kádàrá mi yá. Ó sọ pé mo máa débẹ̀, ibi tí máa dé, ó sọ pé mo máa débẹ̀. Wọ́n kàn ń bá wa kó sẹ́yìn ni, ó sọ pé mo máa débẹ̀. Anju wọn ṣe wí lẹ́jọ́, ìjà ìlara kò í tán lórílẹ̀. Ṣakata para làgbàlagbà ń sin tán, ojú àfọ̀fọ̀ tán, ìjà ló ń dálẹ̀. What we be we surely be, na only God know how we be. Mo tẹ̀ pàmẹ́ṣẹ́, make my hustle dey pay me. Àlàní mo wọ̀, ẹ má tẹ̀ kó sálà ni. Mo ṣiṣẹ́ dédé, kí lè kórè délé, kí máa pawó wọlé, ìyàtọ̀ lákó máa bá mi gbélé. Ọlọ́run ayọ̀ mi, ojú má ṣe tì mí, ọ̀tá má ṣe yọ̀ mí, kí lè dẹ̀ mí ayọ̀ mi.
DJ Hoppy does love you.
My money. Anything way better pass the money, nah, my money. Nadi, remedy. Too many nonsense, yama, then go laugh like that comedy. Sweet life, spoil your girl. Buy am from buy am challenge. If not, them go help you. Nobody go there. I do have a sin about, but I know everybody man. I just want not to think about. Nothing I do is for the girl. I know I'm a sin about, but I know everybody man. I just want not to think about. Nothing I do is for the girl.
Body, so I must do they give them gun.
DJ Hoppy does love you.
She make a pull up in the Benzo. I been make her cruise in a Uber. She wanna put me in a Benzo. I tell her sit down, bro. Oh, they can leave me like lollipop. I may want them, I'm looking for me. I don't go kiss and tell. Look what daddy gonna get you, papa. I found truck, I don't know. I found truck, don't mean to bad man. Go back on, go on, I found truck, don't mean to bad man. She pull up in my room, I pull up in my room, oh yeah. You want me to zoom? Make me and you make the zoom, oh yeah.
Komi jẹ̀bi kékeré, èmi kìíní kékeré, níbo mo fọ́ fún láti kékeré. Títí má mi kékeré, òde bàwá mi wálé lánàá. Olówó fẹ́ lọ gánà, ọmọ tó ṣe yamayama bò wá nà. $50K mo gbájalè má nà. Òmọmọ fa òmò àwọn èèyàn fàlí wèrè pé. Lọ́ọ̀yà bàwá rí wèrè pé. Má bá mi ṣeré wèrè pé. Líkẹ́ṣì nìkan máa ló jẹ́ gbèsè má fẹ́. Má pa mi, Candy Blix má pa mi. Má pa mi, Lady Dragon má pa mi, má pa mi. Ìṣòro jẹ́ mi crazy, má fún mi. So I'm a genie, all people just need my friend. Cause I is something that will drive me to my death. Baby, are you sure that you want me? Baby, are you sure it's not the end of the show? Cause it's feeling
straight down to a jota. To my real G's, my boys and my brothers. Only one look, we both together. Give me go, what is sorrow? It's a pussy, like a sucker, my solo. I know the boy, if you really want. Kill like a fat, let me share my solo. Give me go, what is sorrow? It's a pussy, like a sucker, my solo. I know the boy, if you really want. Kill like a fat, let me share my solo. Kill like a fat, let me share. Kill like a fat, let me share.
DJ Hobby does love you.
When I don't get money, you do me shackle. When I don't get nothing, you do me faba. You say you know if you follow me for Instagram. Them say I carry shoulder, they do bra bra. The money day, now holiday. Shy you good day, now happy day. Enter the place, make me scatter the place. Gather the girls, make me sweep out the place. Give me go, what is sorrow? It's a pussy, love and so come and solo. I know people love, and me real. Kill it to fact, give me share and solo. Give me go, what is sorrow? It's a pussy, love and so come and solo. I know people love, and me real. Kill it to fact, give me share and solo. Kill it to fact, give me share. Kill it to fact, give me share and solo. I am the rules original.
Thank you for listening to this mixtape. Watch out for more at djhoppy.com.
DJ Hobby does love you.
You don't try no do you don't try no cream not intentional, feel the pressure now when you come to my face. See as I spray the dollar now, that's intentional, international, unconventional grace. It goes down when my G's connect, no disconnect. I the cat cruise forget. If you don't, you collect. It goes down when my G's connect, no disconnect. I the cat cruise forget. If you talk, you collect.
DJ Hobby does love you.
I be good bad boy, no choice. Been in the game not long. Shabby now we sing a song. Extraordinary is on me. Ordinary things never move me again. Extraordinary things on me. Ordinary things never move me again. No. Ṣé o tí o fẹ́ ṣe? Kí ló fẹ́ ṣe? Ṣé o tí o fẹ́ ṣe? Nígbà ṣe lè gbé mi ẹ̀dẹ̀ kíkì. Ṣé o tí o fẹ́ ṣe? Kí ló fẹ́ ṣe? Ṣé o tí o fẹ́ ṣe? Nígbà ṣe lè gbé mi ẹ̀dẹ̀. Ṣé o tí o fẹ́ ṣe?
Mo ti sọ pé mi ò gbórin olórin kan.
come out, but you know it's like a brother to me. If industry na iPhone, I'm just a charger too. Alright, you looking for me, so what you wanna do? You look that shit, and it is what it is. So do what you gonna do till you call me.
DJ Omina.
See my fault. Every day na Christmas our side. I dem hang out. They made it far down. Push out my 100 police step with the soldier. I see what I don't think that you got that you want to be that don't be loved by that love. What the power? What is the one? I see what I don't think that you got that you want. What think that don't be loved. What the power? What is the one?
DJ Hoppy doesn't love you.
For listening to this mixtape. Watch out for more at djhoopy.com.
Share, listen to Aloore Radio on Facebook. Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State. We bring you everything from breaking news.
President must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation.
World news, sport, music, and many more. To listen to our programs, follow us live on all our social media platforms on Facebook at Aloore Radio, Twitter and Instagram at Aloore Radio. You can also subscribe on our YouTube page on Aloore Radio. Make sure you click on the notification bell so you know when we are live. This is Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State.
I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes. Oh no, I can't believe my eyes. Back in the day when I was nobody. Back in the day when there was no money. Poverty day and it was not funny. For visiting day, nobody come for me. But I thank my papa. And I thank my mama. Them they walk and pray, on top say it no easy, brother. He been pay me gaga. Story, oh. Allow me to tell my story, girl. Glory, oh. Papa made me take the glory, God. Now my story, oh. Allow me to tell my story, God. can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes. Oh no, I can't believe my eyes. Back in the day when I was nobody. Back in the day when there was no money. Poverty day and it was not funny. For visiting day, nobody come for me. But I thank my papa. And I thank my mama. Them they walk and pray, on top say it no easy, brother. He been pay me gaga. Story, oh. Allow me to tell my story, God. Glory, oh. Papa make it.
Welcome once again to my Cake Story Naija. I'm your host Aloore and we're streaming live from GSM Studio, Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Secretariat Agodi, Ibadan. Thank you for tuning in. It promises to be an amazing time. And I have my guest here with me. She will introduce herself briefly. We'll go on a short music break. I will be back. And yes, we started on time today. Yay! So my guest, over to you.
My name is good morning everyone. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for following my story, my Cake Story Naija. My name is Aloore Ogige, but you can call me Aloore Savo. You know, because Savo is my code. I run Savo Cakes and House of Bakers. So there's a Savo Cake aspect. That's where I cater for the cake needs, you know, for the cake consumers. Then Savo House of Bakers caters for the needs of bakers. So that's one of the things. That's why I'm here today.
Thank you, Tosin. It's so beautiful to have you here. I think I last saw you in 2018, thereabouts.
Looks like
and Tosin, me and Tosin, we have history. And I'm like, it's an absolute pleasure having Tosin on this show. Like, yes. I've known Tosin for many years. We were in school together.
Yeah, 2004 or 2005.
Yes, so we were in the same department.
Oh yes.
So she's my fellow.
She's my school mother.
Foodie. Okay, yeah, I got the school mother tag from Tosin.
School mother and cake business forerunner. Yeah.
Tosin. Which one is that again? Okay,
no, you went into the cake business.
Yeah, I think I started.
Me.
Yes, I did.
You were the one that made me feel like what?
I did. I'm thankful that I met Tosin. Tosin is one of my beautiful memories from Loud Tech. Ladder kites. Let me see you in the comments. Yeah, thank you for coming on the show, Tosin.
Thank you very much for having me. Yeah.
Tosin actually came in from Lagos. You know, she came in from Lagos, and Tosin got here way early. Like, in fact, my mind was blown. Thank you, Tosin. So it promises to be an amazing time. She's not only a baker, she also coaches, you know, bakers on the business side of baking. And like I always say, it's not enough to build on one's creativity as a baker. It's important to understand the business side of it, especially if you want to go into business as a baker. So we'll be touching on those things shortly. While we take a short break.
Papa make you take the glory, God. Now my story, oh. Allow me to tell my story, God. Glory, oh. Papa make you take the glory, God. Ẹ bá mi júbà fún bàbá lókè, ẹ tọ́lé fún bàbá lókè, ẹ gbé gbá ọpẹ́ ó yẹ̀yẹ́, ẹ gbé gbá ọpẹ́ ó yẹ̀yẹ́, ẹ bá mi júbà fún bàbá lókè, ẹ tọ́lé fún bàbá lókè, ẹ gbé gbá ọpẹ́ ó yẹ̀yẹ́, ẹ gbé gbá ọpẹ́ ó yẹ̀yẹ́. I can't believe my eyes, na me be this my guy, I must be dreaming, na me don make am o, Baba no gree let go, it's got me thinking, na so you save my soul, from all the trappings so, on top of that bros, he make my music blow, he give me riches so, allow me to dey talk story, oh. Allow me to tell my story, God. Papa make it take the glory, God. I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes. Oh Lord have mercy.
But I hope you're enjoying our music. Yeah, music is by great man Takit, and we are still transmitting live from GSM Studio, Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Secretariat Agodi Ibadan. And my guest is still here.
I'm still here.
We're catching up on some old times, beautiful memories, something that I can't even remember, but I remember now. I didn't remember getting your blender, but I remember making banana bread.
I remember it first.
Yes, I remember making banana bread in school. Yeah, as my first attempt back then.
Imagine.
Thank you, Tosi. And then she said something about seeing some of my cakes back in the day.
After school.
Immediately after school on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually went to cake school.
You told me. So it was later you told me you went to Lagos to Creative Cakes by Bola.
Wow. Yeah, oh God, you remember. Shout out to Mr. Creative. Thank you for being an amazing teacher. Yeah. So, and shout out to Mrs. O. James. I should do this public shout out. She was my trainer doing IT. Yeah, so she used to supply tantalizers in Ibadan and some places in the southwest. So we're baking daily. And I've been privileged to train from excellent people. Like top-notch people. So at the time, like, you can get better. You can do better. That's what you will get. So you can do better.
Excellence. I saw excellence in what you were producing, like almost immediately, and that's what shook me. Like that's what challenged me because let me give my own shout out to my mom.
Yes.
Yeah. I was battered into cake making actually. She'd been making cake before we were born. We were helping her.
I was actually about asking you how did your baking journey start? So thank you for jumping right into it. So how did the baking journey start?
Okay.
Share with our listeners.
Alright, so cake making was something I grew up to see my mom do. In the middle of other things, she was also a civil servant, but she was making cakes. At the other side, at the side, she did economics, so she was doing a lot of things. She could do snacks, she was doing cookery, but cake making we helped. In fact, the entire household helped with cakes. But this is me really just doing it for helping mom's sake, and I think I was getting better at it. But I didn't know that I was gonna do this for life. Until I saw a she.
She calls me a she.
Yeah, I got a she. I was like,
it's okay.
Yeah. So so my story is just a matter of me. At the end of the day, when we finished school and finished service here, and everybody definitely will be asking that question of what are you gonna do. But thank God I've gotten this stability of knowing I'm not going to be walking up and down the street. I'm going to know what I will do. I'll have an idea, and I'll know where to pursue. I'll know where to go. I know where to apply to, and I just calm down, And one of the days when I was helping her make the cakes, I just saw this pool like you love design now. I love art. I love creativity a lot. So I just felt like I want to do this. I want to do this. I'm going to do this more. I'm going to do this more. So I think I was on that. Then I saw her, and everything just started coming together like. And then she invited me to an exhibition in Ibadan.
Yeah,
wow.
Remember?
I didn't even.
Sorry, shout out to Onibi Cakes. She brought the Coxie exhibition experience to Ibadan, but she is Onibi Cake. She hosted it back in the day.
Okay.
People were
in Ibadan, Lagos.
She's in Ibadan.
Oh.
Onibi is in Ibadan, but she used to. I think she volunteered for Coxie because I'd been at Coxie exhibition
in Lagos
in Ikoyi before, so I saw Onibi as one of the volunteers. Okay. So when I learned that she was Auntie Oyi, God bless you, ma. So when she brought the exhibition to Ibadan, I was like, I must attend, even though I didn't really have money to buy stuff, because exhibitions are always opportunities to buy stuff at discounted price, showcase, see what people are doing, take classes, learn. And so, wow, I'd forgotten that.
Oh no, that's one of my stories. I can't
forget that. Oh my God, I totally forgot.
That's a landmark event for me, because I remember when we were there, I was saying like, this is where I want to be. I want to be in the midst of beauty. Like I need to, it's about I need to challenge my creativity. I need to see this being done on the normal. I need to see. So it was when you told me to be good to work, to work, and then you are done. Hey, you can't work anymore.
We are getting there. Tosin, calm down. We will get to that part because when you told me you were upping and going to Lagos, I was like, what? Not for training, no. I just went for training and ran back to my Ibadan. But you said you were going to Lagos to work. I was like, what?
Yeah.
You have mind, like
that's what I want to do.
Being born bred, you don't get.
Yeah, like
it took courage.
Yeah.
We will get to that part because I actually had to sit down and think about Tosin. Like the Tosin that I knew, the journey, at least the part of it that I know. Like at the point Tosin went to Lagos, so and she worked with some big names.
Yeah.
Hey, Tosin. So we are getting there. So I want to ask, you studied food engineering.
Yeah.
Engineer Toast. So okay, let me just say this. Let me just declare it. I'm a runaway food engineer.
Oh yeah, you were.
I was a food engineer in the beginning.
I
ran to food science. Yes.
Wow, that's true. You're even the one that challenged me. You told me we were not going to do CHM 222.
And you eventually did CHM.
No, we didn't do 222.
But you did 231. Hey.
Yeah. So sorry, everybody.
We bless God. We bless God. Just please enjoy this show today. Tosin is my sister and friend actually. So and she's a colleague in the baking industry. So that's why it's easy to.
We are colleagues on many levels.
On many levels, we were in the same department for 5 years.
Yeah.
We're in Lautech and we're friends.
Yeah.
So we lived in the same hostel in year one.
Year one.
Yeah, year one.
Or maybe you left.
Yes, I left,
okay.
but I still came over to your hostel from time to time.
Yeah, because
it was closer to school. Yeah. Yes, so thank you for all those days, Tosin, for hosting me. All those in between lecture times, I would be free, and you would take me to your room or tell me your roommate to be home.
Okay.
And I would go to your hostel and just rest.
You're reminding me now.
Thank you so much. Thank you for those times. So Tosin, how has food engineering, has it in any way influenced your baking journey, your experience, and how?
Well, this is what I say to people. My 5 years in school was on a waste, but the value in the entire journey was, I don't know if it was 200 level or 500, but it's one of the days we had with Professor Ngodi while he was explaining to us who is an engineer. Professor Ngodi says an engineer is a problem solver. Wow, that's it. That's just like he gave
in
examples.
Simple words.
Yeah, he gave an example of maybe a secretary that has a wobbly table, and then she just looks for either a stone or something to just punch it. That's an engineer. That's you solving a problem. That's you making something work that wasn't working.
I think this should sink in. Can you say that again?
Yeah.
Like every time you solve a problem,
you are an engineer. That was where engineering
providing
came from.
solutions.
Machines came because we needed to do work better, faster, more efficiently. So machine is not what defines an engineer. It is why the machine came to be and how it's going to make our work faster. So that defined me, not just in the cake world. Maybe other things I do. Maybe why I went into coaching.
Wow, this is so profound.
Yeah, so
I love that. This is really so profound. So, like, if there's nothing to take away from this,
I took that.
And shout out to Professor Ngadi.
Shout out to Professor Ngadi, and it was my supervisor too.
Professor Ngadi, like let's just put out there.
Simple man.
He started food engineering in
in
Nigeria. Africa now or in Nigeria.
It should be Africa.
Like I think, but he started food engineering. I think Lautech was the first to have food engineering departments.
Yeah, we don't. Even the one that is loudest. Like I can come out and say I'm a food engineer. Like
yes.
Even if nobody's going to hire me as a food engineer.
It's not a common. But Professor Ngadi, thank you for charting the course for people to study food engineering as a course, like tailoring engineering skills to food. Yes, it's a specialization that is really amazing. Thank you, Tosin. I love that. Like, I love that you brought that experience from class, from one of our lectures. It just goes to show that lectures are not amazing. Lecturers don't just teach you what's in the book. They leave you with things that help you on your journey for life. Wow, that's so profound. I love that. So you have brought that into everything you do.
Yes.
The mindset of being a solution.
Yeah. Sorry. Let me chip this in. I told you I came to my parents, so I don't know what. Somehow they arranged the room. I used to stay and I saw what's that now? Photo book.
Oh.
So they put it outside. And I went to my page, and all of a sudden I just opened and I saw like maybe it was my, how do I describe myself or something. There's something like, how do I describe it? What can I say about myself?
Okay.
And I wrote them problems. So I said, wow, so have I known this since
this
then?
mind.
Have I known this since then? So I just know it has always actually been my anchor. And when I was on service here, there was this, all these towards the end of going, these meetings and seminars.
Yeah.
Says there's in an equation there's a problem side, there's a solution side. Always remove yourself from the problem side. Be on the solution side. Don't join the complaints. Don't just be saying there's no this. How can we get this? And it has always happened. Really, yes.
Like Tosin is just dishing out profound thoughts, and I love that. It's not enough to see the problems. It's important to see how we can lessen the problems, how we can bring solution to the problem, and not just complaining, because it's what a lot of people do. Yes. And even if you are not careful with the situation in Nigeria, if you are not careful, if you don't train your mind to see opportunities and to be a solution provider, yes, you just keep seeing the problems, and you keep emphasizing and talking about the problems instead of sitting still and looking for ways to bring the solution to it. Wow, Tosin, this is amazing. So I'll ask you this question before we take a short break. As someone who has worked both in Ibadan and Lagos, I know that you didn't really start your career, but at least you had baked with mommy. Okay. Mommy, thank you. Shout out to mommy.
Mommy, are you watching? I don't have a way of knowing.
And amazingly, I know mommy. Mommy is an amazing person. Mommy is one of the older people that I've seen around that is always willing to grow, to up her skill. Mommy still sent me a message not too long ago that she's like, I see what my children are doing, and I'm really impressed. I also want to improve on my skills. Like, that is amazing. There was a program, and that is the key to living, actually. Maintaining a young heart. That is how one grows. That's how one learns. You don't outgrow learning if you have that heart, a childlike heart. So, like, there was a program I hosted, I think last year.
She came.
Yes, for bakers, for Christian bakers, actually. So when mommy sent me a message that she wanted to register, I was like, what? This is mommy, a retiree. Oh, mommy, thank you, ma. Thanks for all the support and encouragement over the years, all the push, all the comments on my posts. The mommy is always commenting and saying, well done, this is amazing, and it's also beautiful to see. So as somebody, because you worked with mommy while mommy ran the business, and then you worked in Lagos, so you've been in Lagos for some time now. So what can you say is a significant difference or significant differences in the terrain, both on the baking industry side and the clientele side? Okay. Don't yab about
how do you know that? I don't give a little bit of story. A little story. I'm not going to yab about Ibadan. It's not yabbable now because I've grown. But back then, when I went, so the first person I worked with, she said, so what do you know? I mean, tell me about, how many recipes do you know? I said, recipes, okay. We know we make birthday cakes and we make wedding cakes. I'm not sure I said it like that, but I'm sure I've had many people say it that way. But I remember saying we make fruit cakes and maybe the white cakes. I don't know vanilla cake that time.
Oh, okay.
White cakes and then the
butter
fruit cakes.
Okay, you called.
You're getting it too. You are touching up now.
My trainer was in Ibadan, so
that time.
Yes,
I didn't train.
Okay, so
I was looking at mommy. And she was like, okay, so after I described how we make the plain white cake, and I described how we make the fruit cake. I was like, that's all. I said, that's all. She was like, wow. Like, on the minimum, I have like 10 different recipes on my head right now. Like, with the common 10 ones that we do. Don't be annoyed. And I was open when I went there. I was open to let people know, okay, I came to work to learn on the job. So you don't have to pay me so much, but you pay me something to at least bring me to work. So she knows, so if you have me small, then you know that's why I'm here. And so brush me off. So the difference is in the fact that Lagos is a commercial place. Anything that comes to Lagos quickly gets brushed up for the big guys. For the big guys. Quickly gets brushed up for the big guys because it is not just for the taste is not just for it's good. It's good. It's for is it acceptable? You know, is it viable? So that's it with Lagos, and because demand would always describe how you even supply. So demand is high in Lagos, and so for me, even till now, I still get that difference between people not knowing that you can have your different flavors.
Okay.
And you're doing a lot. You know, I tell you, you're doing a lot.
No, really.
Even in Lagos.
Really, at this time.
Some people still believe that fruitcake is just wedding cake. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So they don't know that fruitcake can be in a birthday cake, depending on
who wants it.
Your wedding cake can be purely vanilla cake, or a mix of cakes, or layers of cakes. You know, now it's like there's a level. The world is leveled now. Even in the far Osun state, Ogun state, you're getting it now.
Thanks to technology.
And thanks to not just COVID, maybe pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID,
and thanks to some people that came with all these days of sharing.
Yeah.
Some groups on Facebook.
ISIS and Co.
ISIS and Co.
Bakers forums.
Yeah, that's.
I think that has been a very remarkable part of growth in the baking industry. The days of sharing, and then the access to information.
Yeah.
And then people not because I think one of the things that happened back in the day was a lot of people ordered the information.
They still do it now.
But it's not as much now. The highest is you will charge for it.
Yes.
Because
but it's available.
I had trainees that are trained in even Lagos. In fact, majorly Lagos. That didn't know anything. Why? Because they said sometimes when the trainer, the boss, the guy wanted to
work, it would be like
we'll send them on errands and then quickly had something.
Yeah.
Or do it overnight, and then they just come and meet.
And no mistake. Sorry, let me just chip this in.
And they paid big money.
That's the problem. The one mistake people do when they're going to train, they look for the big people that do the big jobs, and then they are the ones you want to learn from. See, a trainer is different from a successful baker. A trainer is different from a successful baker.
I think I agree with that.
Because so they're busy. He's doing this big job, but he has some small jobs that he can put you on. That maybe you have not reached this. I mean, you're just being wow. You're just like you went to an exhibition. You're just like on an exhibition trip. You're not being trained. Because to be trained is to start from the scratch.
Thank you. And it was when I went for my training in Lagos, I saw, although my training in Ibadan with my teacher, she was a home baker.
Okay.
Yeah, like she ran a bakery from home, and from start to finish, she was as open as even our house help could bake the cakes to her satisfaction. And mind you, in terms of quality, my oga had very high taste. So for you to satisfy that high taste, you should know what I'm trying to say. But because the girl was also open to learn, the young lady that was our house help at the time. Now, and not just me, there were a few other people too that came to learn from scratch. Then you will do your own practice. Aside that you are working every day on the cakes that are being supplied,
you would get better.
You would also do your own
practical.
You have your assignments. But when I went to Lagos, I saw another side to learning. It was classroom style.
Yeah.
And that's what I've employed in my trainings. There are modules.
Yeah.
There's a syllabus. There's what you do on a particular day.
Yes.
There is a time you start. There's a time the class ends.
There's a number of times.
There is classwork. There is assignments. There is projects.
Yeah.
So it's not that one guy is shrouding the cake
and me I used to be afraid like so I can't be tired and say I don't want to go now.
Everybody is now surrounding the organ and all of you, even someone who is a slower learner, but in a classroom style each person has their pace. Now that is more capital intensive, but it's the best for me.
It's best for the students.
It's the best learning style.
It drains the trainer, but
I
it's best for the trainer.
Like I adopted it. It's the best.
That's for me too when I'm training. That's it. I even try as much as possible to, at a point, as of last year when I started my training school, I really longed to have my baking department separate. So the only times trainees go to the baking department will be maybe we have project days. I mean, it's going to be on timetable, like maybe practicals, like real practicals. Maybe want to do big jobs, but then we still try to manage it.
Tosin, like I'm really enjoying this conversation because it's bringing some things back to my mind on how much we've grown in the baking industry. Yes. In fact, do you know that when I was training at my trainer's place back then in Ibadan, So you know, food science, we are taught to weigh ingredients. Like it's a standard. You weigh. You don't do.
You don't just put that because
eye
you've been doing it
gauging.
over time. Yeah.
You don't gauge with your eyes. You weigh even to the minimal, the smallest.
The salt and the
Yes.
quarter teaspoon.
So now my trainer, we use scale, and interestingly, she also studied food technology.
Okay.
So no, I don't know where she studied food tech. I don't know where she studied, but I knew that she transferred that knowledge
to her,
and she was self-taught. You know, Western books, they had in metrics
pictures
or
an explanation.
yeah,
and
so
recipes.
so she trained us, even all the cakes we made. So that's how you will even know the quantity of what you are making and what you are getting, the yield you are getting from it. Okay, so she now asked that I should do my practical. I had an assignment, but I didn't have a weighing scale. So I went to the open market, to the baking supply store to get stuff, and I needed to weigh my eggs. So I now begged the madam. She's also a baker. All these old-time bakers,
that sell,
and she had a catering school just across from her shop that she was training people. And I said, ma, please, I want to weigh my eggs. Can I get nylon to break and weigh my eggs into and take it into?
You're looking at it as if
She was like, what's the meaning of that? You need so number of eggs for so number of... Who are the bakers teaching you, self? I'm telling you. That was what she said. And I said, ma, I'm sorry, ma, but that's what my teacher told me to do, and that's what I'm going to do. Thank you, ma. That was what made me buy my first skill. I can't forget. Now, if that woman had been open to learn something new, that things have moved from.
I mean, it has even moved from just the weight of the egg. It has moved to the quality, the freshness.
Yes, of your egg. That one is even very important. Very, very important. Do you understand what I had learned? But she just cut me off. If I don't, let me say it in Yoruba, because the way she said it was so sarcastic. But I insisted that
these people are just making it
that's
too
what
important.
my teacher told me to do, and that's what I'm going to do, ma. Thank you, ma. So I left there. Then I got my weighing skill. So thank you, Tosi, for sharing that. Things have really, really improved. We'll be going on a short break now. I'll be right back with my guest. We are still streaming from GSM Studios, Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Secretariat Agodi, Ibadan. Enjoy our music.
I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes. Oh no, I can't believe my eyes. Back in the day when I was nobody. Back in the day when there was no money. Poverty day and it was not funny. For visiting day, nobody come for me. But I thank my papa, and I thank my mama. Them they walk and pray on top, say it no easy, brother. It be pay me gaga. Story, oh. Allow me to tell my story, girl. Glory, oh. Papa make you take the glory, girl. Now my story, oh. Allow me to tell my story, girl. Glory, oh. Papa make you take the glory, girl. Ẹ bá mi júbà fún bàbá lókè, ẹ tọ́lé fún bàbá lókè, ẹ gbé gbá ọpẹ́ ó yẹ̀yẹ́, ẹ gbé gbá ọpẹ́ ó yẹ̀yẹ́. Ẹ bá mi júbà fún bàbá lókè, ẹ tọ́lé fún bàbá lókè, ẹ gbé gbá ọpẹ́ ó yẹ̀yẹ́, ẹ gbé gbá ọpẹ́ ó yẹ̀yẹ́. I can't believe my eyes, na me be this my guy. I must be dreaming, na me don make am o. Baba no gree let go. This got me thinking, na so you save my soul from all the trappings. So on top of that cross, he make my music blow. He give me riches, so allow me to dey talk story, oh. Allow me to tell my story, girl. Glory, oh. Papa make you take the glory, girl. Story, oh. Yeah. Allow me to tell my story, girl. Glory,
can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes. Oh Lord have mercy.
I still have my guest in house, and now we'll be moving on from, because now she does two amazing things in the baking industry. So on one side she's a baker, cake decorator, cake artist, and on the other hand she's a business coach. Get into business coaching,
and I get there.
What made you particularly interested in bakers?
Okay.
And then
so the underlying fact is that it's let me say it's a calling.
Okay.
But I didn't know it was a calling. When I received, my business name is Savo Cakes and House of Bakers. Just Savo. Okay, I was doing cakes. So when I thought about getting a name, I went to the Bible. I got Savo. It's supposed to be Savo Cakes, but I received like an assignment, like an idea, and it was House of Bakers.
Okay. And
when it was time to register, so I just put it together, register the name. But I was just doing the cake stuff. The House of Bakers idea was a brick and mortar idea. House of Bakers, as it were. But at some point in my journey, in my cake business journey, I realized that I just needed to be able to do more. I saw more. I didn't know what it was. I practically closed my business. That's one mistake that probably, no, let me not call it mistake here, but that's one thing I probably would have been able to do better on. Maybe now. Okay. Maybe like having to close entirely in order to pursue more, especially when it is undefined. And so for me, I'm a God person, so I hope I will not, be speaking many things out of context. So for me to pursue anything, I have to pursue God. So I pursued the last thing He told me, House of Bakers. So that was anything that looks like assignment, like anything that He said, footprints that I can follow. So I was pursuing House of Bakers. So I realized that this thing is even a bigger project than the cake I'm making. But okay, how can we do this? So let's assume I put the bakers in a place. Okay, am I even solving their problem? And I'm getting them into that place. I'm actually solving their problem. So what is their problem really? Okay, what was my problem when I was baking? And I began to. Another thing is, as a baker, I realized that when I make cakes to people, I'm excited. When they like it, I'm excited. But when the little times I have to train, when I train people, I'm not just excited. I don't know. I'm ecstatic and I'm fulfilled.
Oh wow.
I'm fulfilled. That's underlying. So those things were just coming together, making me see maybe who I was or what the more was. It took me years, this more than I was supposed to see. And so just me sitting down and just thinking about what bakers need, and I just realized that really, even Lagos, Ibadan, wherever, the issue with bakers is that you're not separating your artisanship, your craftsmanship from the business, and it's a lot of headache. Yeah, and my journey has really been marked by God. Yeah, when I got to Lagos, the story when I got to Lagos, looking for a job. I just finished NYC, right? I'm supposed to be looking for jobs in, big companies. I think I printed my CV. I created a CV. And I printed some pictures of cakes I made with my mom. And I didn't write any application when I was moving around. I went on that small, is it YouTube or Google there? Google. Wherever we get data from then, information. Google. And I got addresses of cake decorators in Lagos, and I was just moving around. And when I'm talking with them, or maybe I first meet a security man, it has to be big for them to even have their directory, their address online.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when I would go there, they'll be like, really? Like, you don't get this all the time.
Are you don't scare?
So one place I went to was Deep.
Yeah, I remember
Diva Cakes. I went to Diva Cakes, and
you spoke so highly of her. Yes, I remember.
Wow, she's even now so much closer.
I remember because you spoke so highly of her, so I remember.
I got to her office at the end of the day. I think I had to write, and I had to maybe be given an appointment to meet her. Okay. When I met her, she was like, she was really dazed by the fact that the audacity of you're a graduate and then you want to come and learn, work. And she was trying to still talk me into learning. I said, I'm not learning, I want to work on the job. She said, why can't you pay? I said, no, I want to learn. I want to work. I know I have something. I want to work and then get better. And she was like, that's not my model here. The people I train work for me. He said, with what you have, you can even be my manager. But seriously, you not see my kitchen. I said, hey, I don't want that one. Is that your kitchen
that I want to
and that was the decorating room that I want. But one thing that really struck me was when I was with her table was filled with files. Not just table. There were shelves. She had, I think she was in a meeting with some people corporately dressed. They're either staff members or consultants. And her table was gigantic and the only thing that was baking.
And you were like, on top this cake.
On top cake. The only thing that was key around her was when she opened her drawer to tell me to show me a rose that even though I'm still training, I just came back from a training abroad and this rose that she went to make, I said, me too, I'll still go abroad and train. But for now, so what I'm saying is that was like a mark, it was imprinted on my heart as I moved around.
Vision of
the future. So when I was now coming back to say these things, I was not trying to compare the big names or the successful to the struggling. What is the difference? What is the difference? And I began to see that they had this business mindset. They had the business approach from the beginning. Most of them had business trainings that we don't know. We don't know the problem. So
you don't hear their names to them.
You don't think that maybe they made from one cake, then two cakes, then because people like them. We have many rich bakers that their businesses are not established. That businesses are not successful. The business is not successful if you cannot leave it for someone to run. If nobody can run it in your absence, you don't have a business. You don't have a business. So that was one of the things that made me now go into business. So to me, that was a solution that I had to infuse, that I have to give to bakers, but it was war.
Wow, I can really imagine. I can see. Like I've had the opportunity to talk to people that are just coming into baking. When people say, Sister Tolu, Auntie Tolu, whatever, and like, what advice would you give us? Learn the business side of your craft. Like that's one of the things I didn't know on time as well. That actually kind of stumped my journey in a way. Like I was 95% of the time I was putting back whatever income I got into building my creative side, building my skill, because that was what I knew. I didn't know better. That I needed to learn the business side
so that
to actually even have a business. So that's one thing. Like I always am mine. I say, please. The thing is, it is better to learn from someone else's mistakes or what they didn't know that they are telling you than to learn firsthand.
Yeah, and you were saying that bakers hoard. Do you know what they're not hoarding right now? Is the business knowledge. So they still give a lot of recipes. They show you a lot. Flawless cakes.
I think I've heard the name.
I was speaking with him. No, sorry. I follow him on Facebook.
Okay.
And I was working. I follow him. I see his story. And there was a day he posted something. I said, "You and your clients are I don't know the word I used. You're epic." Now, to the people that will give you this kind of jobs, and for you to do this kind of jobs,
to execute.
See, forget all these trainings, skill improvement training. Where is the clients that will give you that job? I mean, what are you going to use the skills for?
Like Tosin, you have touched on a very important point. Like even me, I'm still growing in that side of building my business skills, learning to run a business. And I think if you are just coming into this baking, maybe this is your year one or your new entrance, year 2 years. See, please, just do yourself that favor. You will see that you will grow. When I began to wake up to these things, there's this person, she's my mentor. Shout out to Oluchi Imo of I Bake Cake Signatures. I just got to know her through a Christian platform for ladies. So what attracted me was her beautiful cake. So I connected. Tosin, you know me.
I love beauty.
Yes, but I wasn't really the people's person. Like I love people, but I was quite reserved. So for me to reach out to a stranger on Facebook to just say I love, like, your cake attracted me, because that day was a share what you do Saturday or something. So I was like, this is beautiful. So I connect. In fact, she was the only person I connected with from that post, at the time. And then I started following her. on Facebook. We became Facebook. So we connected on WhatsApp. Now where am I going? Like from the top
to
people
keep to continue
in the creative side
growing.
Relevant. She also built the business side, learned the business skills to grow her business.
Yes.
In Lagos. Do you understand? So I think I took some of her classes and I got on her mentoring platform.
Okay.
And she would share, talk about things that most people don't naturally talk about.
In fact,
customer service.
When it comes to cake,
and then allow some other people. People are from different fields. So on the group, like there was a time one of us taught us pricing.
Okay.
How to costing and then pricing.
Okay.
Like she did a breakdown, extensive break. She said it was a class she did for her students, but she gave us for free. Like that session was eye-opening for everybody. Hey, I've been shooting myself in the.
In fact, it's one of the things I wrote down here, and I said, you're asking me if I have an offer, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually built a model, a template.
Please, you will give
Cake
that
pricing
offer.
template.
Yes, you will give that offer.
I'll
as far.
Yeah, but depending, people need to work for it.
Definitely, it doesn't have to be.
No, I mean, I need
free,
to
committed,
get committed
people. Yes.
Get the comment, because pricing is a key factor of whether your business will
grow. Yeah.
And this issue of you oh my god, I just remember something. The cake industry is so messed up because it's not regulated.
Yeah.
It's not regulated. Nobody says this is how much you must sell. Bread is regulated. There's a stuff. Before you can call your own small bread 500 naira, it will get as it will be now. So, but cakes we can just come and do. But at a point, I was telling people that almost everybody on your streets is not a baker.
Yeah.
We are the ones that trained them because we are bored. We couldn't get people to bake cakes, so we started training people, right? So they now can bake. Now they go to the street and tell people, how much they say you should bring? Bring this amount.
I'll do it for you for lesser.
I'll do it for you. Now, at some point, people will just calculate the cost of the ingredient and see that if they can have 5,000 extra, they're good.
Yeah. See,
how can you be good?
That one.
You can't be good.
See, I think it's an important.
Your body is not good. Let alone your business.
I'm telling you, like it's an important side of the baking.
Of the
people
industry
need to understand
that would balance all of us.
Yeah.
Because when you see the
that
pricing now, when I begin to talk to cake business owners, or they don't own business yet, but they're start doing
cake
thing,
bakers.
and tell them about, you can't do all these things by yourself. You need somebody to do this. They'll be like, where would the money come from? Pricing.
Yeah.
You begin to make allowance for these things from the time somebody calls you and is already consulting. Hey, some people even tell me to go and be bringing the pictures and be sending pictures to them. I say, please go on Google, go and get picture ideas of what you want, send them to me, then I'll give you a price. Because I will begin to use my data, I will leave what I'm doing, I'll do that, and it's not even sure that you are going to do. No.
Yes, I think most now
starting from consulting,
it's not everybody that can say go and check Google. Because if you're just starting out, don't go and tell.
No.
But I get what you're saying.
Let's do
now,
this.
Some people have websites that they refer you to.
No, that is if they want to see your own cakes. I tell people, if you want to see my jobs, I can do that for you. But if for what you want,
you are the one who knows what you want.
You just want to be sure that I can deliver. You want to see my past jobs. They are here. I definitely have somewhere you can get it. But for what you want, as a bride to be, I can't understand that you don't have something you've been looking onto. So don't confuse me and be sending me on a
like people don't understand that you are spending time that you could use to sleep, even if I don't have any other thing to do.
Yeah.
To go search for pictures. Do you know the interesting part for me? After you now search for pictures, some of these people will still go ahead and bring another picture, and I'll be like, so you knew you had a picture, you could get a picture.
Yeah.
So why did you have to take me through that? Now, for me, I always ask you, what do you want to do? I get what you're saying. Can you send a picture idea of what you want to do?
No, I don't even mind you sending me up and down. But I pray that the job clicks.
Yeah, so that
I'm going to
view
you. That's it. But there's something. Permit me to say something about business.
Okay.
Not just to bakers, to everybody. There's a standard way of doing business. Okay, now let me do this. Let me blow this. See this SME stuff that came to Nigeria is a makeshift arrangement for something bigger that is coming. Okay, now because I've actually moved from business development now, I do company building now. Now I'm shouting company now. Now, when Nigeria was good to us, the days that we not even myself, the days that they said Nigeria was good was about work.
Yeah.
Work was available. Work is different from business.
Assistants, corporate. Yeah.
There was work. Young people could work, and see, there's an advantage of this company thing that is even for money. They could be groomed easily. There's mentorship easily. Men are guarded. The fact that you go to work, then there's a particular way you should dress, and then you go for some trainings. There was this guardedness.
Yeah.
So there was this mentorship. So all this, please mentor me, that is popular now, is one of the gaps. Yeah, that's not having. So to solve the problem of no job in Nigeria, it is going to be by creation of companies again. So SME-ship is good. It has made us to learn by force. Now we are sharp. We know how to build from the scratch. But we cannot sleep here.
We can't.
We must not. If you sleep here, companies are going to come from outside again.
Take over.
So we are the ones that are companies. So that's me on one side though, and I used to shout about it. I should shout it.
Yeah.
I shout it because I have to shout it because
I can feel the passion.
People will not get it. Everybody, what you want is not money. But I'm telling you, what you are looking for is not money.
The truth is, not everybody got. See, and a higher percentage of people who are doing businesses today are doing it because they don't have another option.
Oh, thank you. So that's what I want to say.
It's not everybody that will be willing to build. Do you know what it takes to build?
Let me tell you, it's not hard. What you're actually looking for and longing for your heart is not money, it's meaning. You want meaning. You want to be a Nigerian with pride. You want to have a share of our own. That's what we are looking for. And the only way, it could have been good if maybe federal government could give you a job, but they can't now. The only way is for you to step up and say, I am the savior of, I am the leader of tomorrow. That's what they said, right? So I am actually the solution. Now, if you don't have that consciousness will just guide us. You enter into it, you will not know. But you have to have the consciousness and that I'm going to build something that can house other people. Not just because in preparing it to house people, you are building structures around it, and then it can move by itself, and then you are a successful business owner. That's all. But if you are running something to just take care of you, you will be days when somebody's telling you to have this and have this. Be like, I have millions already. I don't have all these structures. I'm okay.
Because you're just thinking about you.
Because it's just about you. But when you think about the fact that it is not successful until it can be handed over, then you will think about structures a lot. So that is,
Yeah. So
So that's me. That's So for bakers, so when I'm talking about pricing is going to help everybody get it right. So business as a way it is being done. Forget what Nigeria is telling you, that you should just be self-employed. Don't be self-employed. Don't be self. You are not even employing yourself because you can't pay yourself salary. You are not paying yourself. Are you paying salary? You are just eating money. Be an employer in the making.
Yes. I think that's a good place to.
Pricing. The next time, if I'm going to be here again, we're going to be talking pricing.
Okay.
We'll just try to blow it up, or
maybe I think what we'll do is I'll bring you on live on Instagram live one of these days, so that we can because we
talk pricing and maybe share the template with people.
Yeah. So I think we'll do that on Instagram live on Cake Story Nigeria. Thank you so much, Tosin. It's been amazing having you here. Like so many profound thoughts and mind blowing things that you've shared. And okay, lastly, I want to ask this: like, if there is anyone out there that you've been looking up to that you could have lunch with or meet, who would it be?
Not just bakers, right? Because I'm
really more into the coaching.
DDK. Debola, the CEO, MD of Diva Cakes. I actually should not. Yeah, Mrs. Genia Okafo.
Okay.
Great shout out to her right now. She's a mentor on a new level now.
Okay.
She's really following me closely.
Okay.
Who's the third? I need to have lunch with you. It's been a while.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Tosin. So please, what do you have for just quickly, what do you have for us? Yes. What offer do you have for us? Discounts?
I've left like really just telling people what to do, to helping people do it. because I realized that as
execution is not as easy.
As artisans, because we work with our hands. My prayer for you is to have jobs. So as you are executing the jobs, you can't have time to execute the things I will tell you about. You know, getting customers, your pricing, you building your list and creating offers. You have to always create offers. You don't wait for people to come to you. Now, so the offer I would have is to say that I work with people on it's more like a consultancy, you know, a system. Okay. So I'll be doing it with you, not for you. So it's not like it's a done with you stuff. So we have times we meet, and I'll just talk about it. And when we build the system, we also run it with you until you can have it staffed.
Alright. So thank you.
That's your admin. So that's what we're building, your admin system. Okay. So be your back end admin system. Okay. Can even make calls and receive calls for you.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you everyone for staying with us on the show today. And my guest's contact information will be listed on the in the description box on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll also list it on Instagram so that you can connect with her after this show. You know, if you need our services, I believe you need our services. Even myself, I need our services.
And I will not charge you too much if you tell me you came from
my cake story Nigeria. Don't forget to say my cake. How do we know the evidence before somebody go and tell somebody that did not watch?
They let me tell you so. Okay, you must like and
comment
on
the show.
Also
that's how you get access to it. So thank you so much, Tosin. Thank you so much. Thank you for the mind shift. I'm sure that so many people watching, even aside bakers out there, business owners, especially the people that are just coming into the terrain, like they've gotten.
Do you have a few seconds to say something?
Mind-blowing stuff.
When they tell you as a business person to start from scratch or start small, they're not asking you to just go and start with any price. The starting may be to research. The starting may be to go and work with someone. Your starting is so that when you eventually come out, you come out with a bang. Business is business. The way you should show as a limit, as a minimum. Don't come and show anyhow. That is not starting small. Okay. You can learn. Research.
Just reach out to Tosin so that you can get all these things from her directly, live and direct. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the amazing people that have joined us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been a wonderful time again on this show, and I look forward to having you around next week Friday 10 a.m. and we are streaming live from GSM Studios, Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. So see you next week. Bye.
Allow me to tell my story, God. Glory, glory, oh. Papa make it tasty, glory, God. Eba mi juba fún baba lókè, etwale fún baba lókè. Ẹgbẹ́ gba ọpẹ́ o yẹ̀yẹ́, ẹgbẹ́ gba ọpẹ́ o yẹ̀yẹ́. Eba mi juba fún baba lókè, etwale fún baba lókè. Ẹgbẹ́ gba ọpẹ́ o yẹ̀yẹ́, ẹgbẹ́ gba ọpẹ́ o yẹ̀yẹ́. I can't believe my eyes, na me be this my guy. I must be dreaming, na me don't make up o. Baba no gree let go. It's got me thinking, na so you save my soul from all the trappings. So on top of that cross, he make my music blow. He give me riches, so allow me to dey talk story, oh. Allow me to tell my story, God. Glory.
We bring you everything from breaking news.
President must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation.
World news, sport, music, and many more. To listen to our programs, follow us live on all our social media platforms on Facebook at Aloore Radio, Twitter and Instagram at Aloore Radio. You can also subscribe on our YouTube page on Aloore Radio. Make sure you click on the notification bell so you know when we are live. This is Aloore Radio.